This is a Speakeasy production.
Celebrate the end of the war with Aurora Industries. As the galaxy enters its new chapter, reward yourself and indulge in this historic moment with Stardust. That's right, Stardust. It's in the earth, it's in the air, it's everywhere. This little magic mineral gives you that extra kick just when you need it. Sourced ethically from planets all over the galaxy and refined by our patented process, each inhale is a celestial delight. Whether you're relaxing after a long day in the office or enjoying a night out on the town, Stardust is the perfect addition to any experience. Take a break from the ordinary. Live extraordinarily. Add a touch of magic to your life with Stardust by Aurora Industries.
All right. So, welcome to Stardust and Dragons. This is a homebrew D&D podcast. I am your host and your dungeon master, Brenden Hatcher, and we have a wonderful cast today. Starting with Christian, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Christian Hatcher. I will be playing Brenden Dionheart. You'll meet him a little later. I'm an actor, singer, dancer. I'm producing this show and mostly editing it as well. But yeah, that's me.
Cool. I'll go next. I'm Dan Wood. I'm a stuntman, actor, writer. Love movies, love comics. I'll be playing Flip Odonell. Can't wait to get started.
I'll go, I guess. My name is Max. I have no exciting career choices to speak of, but hopefully I'll be helping edit this. I also appear on other D&D shows in my free time, and have loved this game forever, so I'm super excited to play.
Hi, I'm Rayna, designer and artist by day, dungeon crawler by night, and I'll be playing Constant.
We have a wonderful story for you guys tonight. We're going to take you into the galaxy of Hailey, the Hailey galaxy here. Our story begins with Lyrax, Proudmane. Smoke fills your lungs and soot burns your eyes. Screams pierce your cat-like ears as you run through the forest of your home planet, Achilles. The once green and lush landscape has been painted over by hues of red and orange. You look above you and you see a large ship with cargo doors open and rows of magic users in uniforms spewing out gouts of flame on the landscape below. The landscape of your homeland, of your people. This is the Day of Flame. Lyrax, you run through the jungle and you hear someone calling for help about 20 feet to your left. Help! Help! Someone, please! You turn and you see a tabaxi man struggling to lift a large tree as flames consume the branches and leaves, hungrily creeping down the bark. He turns and he looks around frantically and he sees you. Prince Lyrax, he calls. My daughter! Over by, you see a small, unmoving child pinned underneath the base of the tree. What do?
Lyrax will rush over as fast as he can. He's extremely nimble as he darts through the trees, and he'll try and support this tree and help get this girl out.
Give me a strength check, please.
Okay. First roll of the campaign. Can I argue for... Never mind, I'm not even proficient. Strength check it is. What have we got here? Let's see. A 17 total.
A 17, Lyrax. Your claws dig into the bark as you lift up the tree with all of your strength, and the tree lifts surprisingly easily. It's lifted and tossed about 5 feet away from you. Wow, you kind of look down at your arms like, whoa. You look up and you see on the other side of the tree your mentor, the paragon of what it means to be a paladin, Animos Honormane, standing before you, his gleaming breastplate, a shining beacon against the light of the flames. And you gather that he was on the other side of the tree, and he kind of helped you lift up this thing. He stares you directly in your eyes. Lyrax, grab the girl, let's go.
Yes, master. He stoops down and he cradles her in his arms.
Thank you, Prince. Her father says. You, the girl's father, and Animos race through the forest. Animos leading the charge, cutting through the blazing trees with his broadsword to forge a path ahead that's safe. You guys make it about 50 feet when suddenly a big gout of flame from above hits directly in front of you. Lyrax, you take 9 points of damage as you are blasted back and knocked prone from this flame. You look around dazed, regaining your vision. The sounds around you are muted and your vision's kind of hazy. From your back, you look up and you see the massive transport ship above you, head coming forward, spewing flame from both cargo doors on either side. You look around at about 20 feet from you, on the other side of a flaming brush, you see the girl, cradled by her father. Both of them lie still, burning. What do you do?
He's gonna rush over, and back in his princely days, he would have definitely had a huge mantle of some sort. He's gonna try and put them out with it. Douse the flames.
You get up and you kind of head towards the 2 burning bodies, but then through the brush you see enemy troops walking towards you, led by a towering Goliath wearing striking red and black armor. The father and daughter are still about 10 feet from you as you move 10 feet towards them. But there's a brush kind of in between you that's also on fire. You look and you see the Goliath calmly walk over to the father and child, and he kind of moves their head with the front of his boot, covered in mud. The father winces in pain. You see that he's still alive as he clutches his daughter's small body close to his chest. She's not moving. Please, don't do this. The Goliath looks down at the broken man.
Your leaders have aligned themselves with Aurora Industries. We gave the rest of you every chance to halt this pointless crusade and join us, yet it fell on deaf ears. These are the consequences of your own actions.
And you watch as in one swift motion he draws his sword and drives it into the man's skull, killing him instantly. The other troops behind him exchange looks. Commander Brickham, sir? The Goliath turns away from the burning corpses, facing his troops.
You know our orders. They have violated the terms of their contract negotiated by their world leaders. They are rebels and enemies of the state. Nothing here lives through the night.
Yes, sir. The troops scatter, and you feel a hand on your shoulder as Animos whispers, "Come, Lyrax, we must regroup with the rest of the Golden Manes. There's nothing we can do for them now."
Some low, lengthy growl that emanates from Lyrax's throat. He looks on with a fury, red tinging his vision.
Animos says, "Lyrax, remember, control your emotions. We must do what is best for our people." And he leads you away from the burning corpses, and you can still hear the flames and the cries of your people all around you. You wake up, drenched in sweat, inside of your cramped, dingy one-room apartment, a far cry from the palace that you used to live in. Would you please describe yourself in the present day?
Of course. Clearly very startled from the course of events in his dream. He gasps as he wakes up, and you see a tall, well-built, very floofy, Leonin tabaxi hybrid of sorts. He has a very striking golden mane, which is clearly conditioned very excellently every day. His fur itself also matches this hue, a little bit of a darker shimmer to it. And he's not dressed in anything particularly nice anymore. In his dream, he was in his royal armor and his royal cape, but in this, he is wearing the remnants of a bartender's uniform, the vest thrown on the nightstand, his pants strewn across the floor, and he collects himself and rubs his face. Not again. His striking golden eyes looking very pained this morning.
You take a moment to collect yourself and you reflexively open the drawer of your bedside table, digging around the various crumpled eviction notices, and you take out the holy symbol that Animos gave to you as you reflect on your nightmare, just kind of holding it in your hands. This is the same nightmare that has plagued you every night since you left, every time you rest your head. You check the time and realize that it's almost time for your shift at the bar. As you get yourself together and you leave, you open the door and you see yet another piece of paper stamped to your door with eviction notice printed in bold red letters.
I get the point already. You don't have to keep putting them here.
You breathe a deep, heavy sigh as you head down the stairs and head towards work.
How many days is on that eviction notice?
It just says imminent.
Imminent?
It just
Oh,
says
dear.
imminent on it. Far above Lyrax, in the skies, in the stars, in the vast expanse of space, amidst the twinkling of the stars, an old rusty starship soars through the cosmic abyss. On board this vessel, two hardened bounty hunters, Flip and Brenden, pursuing their next targets. Their reputation precedes them, as they are known across the galaxy as the two short men. As they close in on their quarry, the elusive Big Ben, tension hangs thick in the air. Their pursuit has taken them to the outskirts of an uncharted system where danger lurks around every corner. Completely zoned in, focused on claiming his prize, Brenden Dionheart expertly pilots his ship through the treacherous asteroid fields as he matches his prey's every move. Christian, will you please describe Brenden for us?
Brenden Dionheart is a halfling. He's like a mixture of a Doc Brown and some punk kid. He's has some wild hair, but has lots of things like guns and magical trinkets all over himself. So if anything, he'd be like almost looks like an alchemist, but in this game, he is playing an artificer. Mr. Brenden Dionheart has a grizzled-looking face. It's old because he is a very old man. He has what him and his partner call a speed suit on, which is basically like a giant onesie. And he also has a pair of overalls on top of that carries a lot of his trinkets and things. Finally, he has 3 belts. One belt is, going around his waist like a regular belt would, and the other 2 belts are actually bandoliers across each side that has, funny enough, not bullets, but lots of, again, things that are magical, like some stardust and shiznit. And he's looking down at the front of his windshield at his next quarry, the one that always gets away.
And along with Brenden, the gunner, Flip Odonell, carefully watches the targeting system, just barely missing his quarry as he takes another shot at Big Ben. Dan, will you please describe Flip for us?
Flip Odonell is, like Brenden, an older gentleman of short stature. He wears a dark blue velvet suit. He is quite fond of vintage clothing. He has these small round glasses that fit around his nose. His hair has started to bald and gray. It's a Snow White now. If I had to describe the energy that this character brings, he's like if Winnie the Pooh saw active duty in Korea and bought a gun in the state of Georgia. He's got a very rosy demeanor, but there is most definitely a loaded handgun in the suit of his jacket, or in his suit jacket pocket. He's a homemaker. He's a cheery fellow, and he's always up for an adventure.
Awesome. Flip, you line up the crosshairs on your target and you fire, but with some sort of death maneuver, he manages to just barely dodge out of the way as the blaster bullets hit an asteroid instead, blasting debris all over the place. Despite these fancy maneuvers, Brenden, this is nothing you haven't seen before. As you're able to easily keep up with him. Today is the day you can feel it in your bones that today is the day that you're going to finally catch Big Fish. As you guys inch closer and closer, Flip, as he gets closer and closer into the crosshairs, seemingly out of nowhere, a sleek black and gray ship weaves through the asteroids, taking aim at your ship and firing. Your shields take 32 points of damage as you get knocked into an asteroid. The cockpit shudders violently as it collides with it, and the shields kind of crack under the impact.
Is that so? Do we got windshield wipers or something?
Oh my God, Flip, you have a freaking radar.
Huh.
You always insist on using your eyes. We both know you lost those, how many years ago?
They're working fine, I'd say.
Christ.
There's no need to raise your voice.
You one of the two of them. We can't keep taking hits like that.
The alarm starts to blare as the red emergency lights flood through the cockpit and sparks erupt from the malfunctioning consoles.
Oh, shut up. I hear you. I know.
Stay focused.
Yeah, I'm staying focused, but the alarms are kind of making it hard.
I thought you lost your hearing a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, just like your side.
Big Bid begins to slowly creep away as the sleek black ship takes another shot at you guys.
Oh, mother...
Brenden, you damn get thrown out of your seat, crashing into the control panel and sprawling across the floor.
We gotta let him go. We're not gonna be able to survive this.
Groaning in pain, you struggle to stand up and regain your composure.
Flip, I'm getting too old for this.
We're pulling out?
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah, cut it off.
Okay, let me try and shake him.
Your shields crack again under the pressure as you take another 10 points of damage.
Okay, we can't. Oh my goodness, we're gonna die, Flip.
You're not gonna die.
Brenden flips a couple of switches on his dashboard. And he tells Flip, you better hold on. We're not gonna make it out of here unless I use the DC.
Right, buckling in.
And he flips a switch on his console. And a giant red button comes up that just says, do not push, unless you have to push. And he looks over at Flip and says, you ready?
I'm all strapped in. Get yourself ready as well.
I press the button, and nothing happens. And then my little homunculus servant pops up off my side, and he presses the button and gives it a little bit of juice with my hand as well. It gives me a little shock, and finally, we both start to hear clanking of metal, but in a huge explosion as the DCE begins to charge up and get ready to jump to light speed.
As the emergency lights flicker, Brenden, you and Chunk, your little homunculus service, kind of exchange looks as you push the button, and suddenly light begins to streak past you as you guys, as the DCE roars to life and you guys find yourselves in light speed. You go fligging off into the furthest reaches of space, far away from Big Ben and far away from whoever this black ship was that attacked you guys. As you're holding on for dear life, you guys go rocketing through space at light speed. I need both of you to give me a piloting check to try to keep this thing on some sort of course.
That's in a 13.
That's in a 13. Yeah, you guys, not like you really had like a course to begin with, but you guys definitely, Brenden, as you're kind of fighting to hold on to the controls here, you feel the controls start to slip as you guys spiral out of control. Just flying through space at light speed, not really having any sort of a destination. You guys just kind of rocket through space. You guys head screaming towards this random planet. You guys break through the atmosphere and manage to crash near a city. Find ourselves on the campus of one of Aurora Industries' large research labs for Stardust. It's buzzing with a lot of activity. Rows of high-tech equipment and monitors line the walls. And inside one of these labs, we see a small, single creature, frantically moving from station to station around her lab coat fluttering behind her all the while. Rayna, will you give us a description of Constant, please?
All right, so Constant is a young woman of the smaller races. She could maybe be a tall half, a short dwarf. Not really sure. Her ears are hidden behind just a mess of curls, clumsily cut, short to her head. She's pretty unremarkable, aside from her just gigantic eyes, usually filled with focus, now wide and shifting like a hare, as she runs from station to station, quickly gathering up scraps of paper, random assortments of articles and clippings. There doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason, but she seems to know what she's looking for.
You gather up all of these little sticky notes and scraps of paper and sheets and stuff. You also remember to grab your vials of the shimmering sand, Stardust, that you've been researching. You tuck those away into your little lab coat, and just as you're about to leave, someone calls your name, startling you. Bill!
Oh, hi! She just starts shoving things in her pockets.
You turn around and you see a familiar face, Otto McHewitt, a trembling forest gnome in a similar lab coat as yours, with glasses that seem to be a little too big for his face. He goes, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Well, scared? Why would I be scared? I'm just counting up some notes.
Yeah, of course. I just getting those together there. I could have knocked or something. I just I didn't want to disturb you, and then oops, look at me disturbing you. Sorry.
You're fine. Did you need something?
Oh no, I was just wanted to ask. Are you ready for your presentation this afternoon?
Right. Yeah. That's just what I was doing. Getting my notes together. I'm a little nervous.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, everybody seems pretty excited. It's not every day that you get to present in front of one of the bigwigs.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about them?
About who's coming? Oh no, I don't know. Somebody from the board. But look, I know you're not supposed to, but can you give me a hint on what it is you've been working on?
Yeah. Hint.
Come on, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone.
I mean, I know I can trust you. Not like... She looks around real quick. It's not like William's around.
Well, yeah, well, he's just jealous. I mean, honestly, we all kind of are.
Yeah, you might want to rethink that. Just poking around with the old Stardust, making us some new formulas, real boring stuff.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you don't have to tell me. I get it. But yeah, look, I just wanted to say good luck on your presentation and congratulations. I'm glad you're here. She looks like she does genuinely want to tell him. Maybe not exactly what she's been working on, but something. But she quickly rethinks it and just shakes her head a little.
Yeah, thanks.
She looks back at the lab, at the work that they've been working on.
It's really been a chance of a lifetime,
Yeah.
I can hardly believe what we've done here. Changing the galaxy, right?
Changing the galaxy. That's what they tell us.
Yeah, well, I should probably just finish this up and...
Right, of course. Yeah, no, I'm distracting you. I'm sorry.
Fine. By the way, have you seen Owato?
No, not today.
Okay, cool. I'll just leave it at her desk.
And she just kind of shuffles a little letter back into her pocket. Okay, yeah. All right, sorry. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see you.
He just kind of sheepishly walks off. He gets to the door and he'll pause and turn back and give you another glance. And then she'll give him a little wave. And she walks back out. And you are once again alone in the office. The conversation had managed to calm her a little bit, seeing a familiar face and having a normal interaction. But the second he's gone, she is just back at it like a small hurricane, just stuffing notes and pieces of paper into
an ornate little book that she has. It seems to blip in and out of existence as she runs around the office. She'll leave her letter at Oatil's office or at her desk or somewhere she's likely to find it. It's labeled with her name, so she's confident no one else will open it. Everyone's pretty considerate around the office.
Yeah, you poke your head out of the out of your office, and you look to your left and your right. You see, the lab is moderately busy as it normally is. People walking back and forth. You make your way through the lab, doing a pretty good job at blending in. And yeah, you made it. You pass Oatil's little cubicle area, and you're able to slip in and just leave the note sitting on her desk.
She's almost grateful that she's not there. She doesn't have to explain this very strange thing she's doing.
You take a moment to catch your breath and kind of survey your surroundings. And you know you can't just walk right back out the front door. You know, security, badges, scan, and everything like that. So you continue kind of meandering through the hallways until you find yourself in a dimly lit, empty corridor on the edge of the lab campus. Standing in front of a large metal sign that reads "Restricted." But Constant, you know that this is the only way out of the lab without being seen or being recorded.
So far, so good. How bad could it be? Last leg.
And she musters her courage to attempt to leave.
You head. You push the heavy reinforced doors open. They're not locked. They let you on in. Yeah, like I said, this area is dimly lit. Very wide corridors, very industrial. Only single little hanging lamps every 10 feet light the hallways. A far cry from the "You Can Do It" posters and the the "Be All You Could Be" the motivational posters in the lunchroom.
Yeah, it's like going from the Apple store to a warehouse.
Yeah, exactly. You attempt to creep.
Nowhere to hide. There's not even other people around to ask her bumbling.
Yeah, as you're just walking this restricted section, you see people. You see different experiments on to your left and to your right. People working on different Stardust experiments and other technologies. As you know, Aurora Industries pretty much has their little fingers in almost everything in the galaxy at this point. But was just
supposed to be here.
You turn a corner and you actually run into another scientist, and your research and your book goes flying into the air. Everything goes flying. Goes, I'm terribly sorry.
No, sorry, it's my fault.
Here, let me help you.
I really wasn't looking where I was going.
Hey, look, it's okay. I'm not used to seeing a lot of people back this way. He starts to pick up some of your research and help you gather it.
Thanks. Thanks.
She tries to keep her head bowed as she accepts her book back.
Oh, you're welcome. Here you go. Are you lost?
I've been here before. I've been here. Just I'm a little fuzzy on exactly. No, I got it. I get it. I know where I'm going.
Okay. Are you sure you don't need any help? Where are you trying to go?
Well, I was just I was just going to deliver these notes to a colleague, and they're not in today. So I was just going to meet them outside and just give them these outside where they're waiting.
Give me a deception check, please.
16.
16, not bad.
She's just like this, guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's not acting. She's just making it.
This is just her base level.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, with the 16, he totally believes you. He has no reason not to. He's like, oh, okay. Well, just be careful. The door's only open from the inside around here. So.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're stuck outside, you'll have to walk all the way around.
Oh, yeah. I mean, gotta get those steps in.
Right. Okay. All right. Take care.
You do.
It'll walk off.
Oh, thank the stars.
She just shuffles along even quicker now.
Okay. You make your way to the back of the restricted section. The restricted area of the lab. And yeah, you see your way out. You see there's a door. Sitting there at the edge of the hall.
She puts her hands on the factory grade metal and just freezes for a minute. As everything that she's been doing, everything she's going to do, finally sets in. And before she can think about it anymore, she pushes through and doesn't look back.
It doesn't look back, leaving her colleagues, her friends,
her good benefits.
Those good benefits, employee of the month, leaving all of that behind.
Hey, all of her little figurines around the desk, all of it.
Yes. Taking only her research with her.
Yes.
Interesting. Wonder what it is discovering.
Super cool, super boring formulas and nothing to see here.
What would you like to do? It's the question that every DM asks every player at least once in their career. And that question has led to more stories than any other question on the planet. But how do you turn that question into an amazing story? That is the question we answer on our show, How to Be a Better DM. For those crazy individuals who want to pretend like they can control the story, How to Be a Better DM is the perfect place to learn how to dungeon master without spending extra money or extra time. Join me, Justin Lewis, and my co-host, Tanner Wayland, as we give you tips and techniques to avoid the significant pitfalls of dungeon masters everywhere. We have episodes coming out every Thursday morning, and we can't wait for you to roll initiative with us. Go to monsters.rent/podcast for more information.
Did you ever fall in love with the library as a kid? It was a place where you could experience 1,000 stories without having to buy 1,000 books. That is what Monsters.rent can do for your D&D campaign. You can rent and swap out as many quality miniature monsters and creatures for your D&D party as you could ever want, without having to buy them. You can rescue villagers from a kobold camp, or lead your party through the fighting forest, or many more adventures. We're coming out with new bundles all the time. Just sign up for our subscription to get access to your own personal library of minis. Go to monsters.rent to find out more. That's the website. Monsters, with an S, .rent. Get your library pass to a world of minis today.
Next, we find the two short men. After yet another botched attempt at catching the notorious Big Ben and cashing in on his bounty, you find yourself shipwrecked on this planet, Dalmar. Brenden, you've been working on the ship trying to get it to start for a little over an hour. Do you have your character sheet pulled up?
I do indeed.
If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see there's a new skill there. Give me a mechanics check, please. What you can gather is the rings on your ship are pretty banged up. So you notice that the shields have been completely depleted. Luckily, the shields took most of the damage from the crash landing, but the hull took some minor damage, so that'll probably need to be dealt with. The DCE is overheated, damaging the engine, so you won't be able to get off-world until the engines have been fixed. However, you can fly.
Well, that's something now, isn't it, Flip? We can fly.
Not the best position to be in, I'll say. Things could definitely be better.
Yeah, well, you're good. We gotta take
we're
the
half
good with
full
the bad. Now we can
dwarfs,
fly.
You and I. So, could be on a worse planet as well.
I'm a halfling, but yes, it could be worse.
Speaking of, while Brenden is assessing the ship, Flip, you're actually looking up some intel on the planet that you found yourselves on. The planet you find yourselves on is called Dalmar. It's a Class 3 civilization, which means that they aren't primitive. They're at least familiar with space travel and some advanced technology, so they probably have what you need for the ship.
Awesome.
You also notice that there's a city not too far from here called Mord. There may be a mechanics garage there.
All right. You want to go to the city?
Yeah, I got one here. There's a place called Morin not too far away.
Mord?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I mean,
I don't see any.
well, it's not gonna fix itself. I mean, again, good with the bad. This is the good part of everything, Flip. We're doing good.
Beats the heck out of a Class 2 or 1 planet. No offense to them, but true. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, we kind of scare them every time that we fall from the sky in this, rust bucket. But yeah, hop on in, or you can stay out there. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be flying too fast. I don't want to push the DC or all the engines. And I'll hop into my good old spaceship. I'll turn my little key. And as we begin to go, I would assume if everything's all busted up and jankly, instead of trying to fly this bad boy, I'm gonna put my ship in a kind of a land version, rover version, and all of my rings will kind of turn into like their gyroscopic selves. And instead of flying, they'll go on the ground and they'll just roll along the ground. So I'll drive it like it's a car almost towards this.
Why don't you describe the ship for us?
Sure. So my ship is something that
this rust bucket.
Yes, our rust bucket is something that I created, or Flip and I created over the years. Basically, if you guys have ever seen The Incredibles, it's shaped kind of like that thing, those little things that were attacking Dash when he was running across the water in the first one. I have 3 rings that surround an inner portion of a ship. It's shaped kind of like a bus. The inner portion of the ship. It's like a metal bus with 3 rings that surround it. So other than that, I mean, I can get a little bit more specific later, but if you could just imagine the magic school bus as gray, floating in the middle of 3 rings like a gyroscope, that is what my ship is.
It's got a wonderful interior as well. A bit outdated by some standards, but I believe it's ageless. Fine leather.
If you want to,
one might say.
Paneling, it never goes out of style.
Our
paneling.
our ship on the inside is something that you'd think of like in the 70s and 80s. There's carpet.
A 70s media room.
There's carpet everywhere.
Yeah.
You go inside.
The sit-in couch is coming.
There's quite literally, if you went into your grandma's house and looked around and thought about, oh my God, that she needs to remodel. That's what this is, because we are old men after all, and some of the classic styles never go out.
So do you have the Volkswagen of spacecraft?
Right?
More
I've
or
imagined
less.
it like peace, love, like your grandma's basement kind of vibe.
But a cool grandma. A cool one.
But a cool grandma. It's
Oh,
literally just the
damn.
basement from that
Yeah, there's
70s show.
there's throw
Like
pillows.
that's-
There's
yeah.
like I said, carpets everywhere. That's all you got to think about. Carpets and wood paneling that's not actually wood. It's just we put up like the stuff you put on the ground for kitchens that's like super cheap or on top of countertops and stuff like that. Yeah,
Like laminate?
yeah,
Yeah,
laminate.
it's
It's
actually
literally all
corkboard.
over. It's all over.
yeah,
the walls.
laminate. Yeah.
It's all over the walls to make it seal, but right behind it is just metal. Just metal.
I know we described
Just
a
a-
genocide right before this, but I think this might be the scariest thing we've
No
talked about so
the
far.
rest of it. She's a bee.
The rest bucket. Is that its official name? The rest bucket?
I call it home.
Yeah. We'll call it the rest bucket.
Home. Hey. Home is where the wood paneling is, guys.
But I think
so
the
yeah,
last little thing, just to finish it off, our two fighter chair seats like on the bridge, those are just two old man recliners, decked out old man recliners.
It's
they
got the
even
fuzzy
have a little
dice too,
side
right?
thing where you can where it pops
Yes,
out the
it
footrest.
does.
Century
Yes,
old
old
yeah.
man recliners. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Truly.
So I put her in
I
drive
can smell the inside of this ship.
and
Bot groove to end all bot grooves.
So yeah, Mord's not too far away. Luckily, the emergency generator still works on this old rust bucket. The ship's holding together fairly well, but Flip, Brenden, you notice that the shields aren't regenerating like they should. It seems like the shield generator might need repair or replacement as well. So
okay.
typically they
you picking
regenerate on
up
their
on
own, but
Yeah, it's my
No,
ship. Of course,
I'm just checking.
I know.
That's another thing to add to the list.
Everything that you talk about. Yes, I can see it's saying shield generation not happening. It's literally
Nah,
right
yeah.
there. It's built for this
I
flip.
got it on the
It's
list.
built for this. Okay, cool. Keep it on. Keep
I'm
making
gonna
the
keep
list. All
banking
right.
this list.
I'm gonna keep driving.
So, after a couple of hours of traveling, you reach the city of Morin. The first thing you notice are the large smokestacks belching out pollution that covers the whole city in a grayish smog. Everything seems to be built around the Stardust refinery in the center of the city. It looks like a labyrinth of high-rise apartments cramped together to maximize the space. The refinery isn't as tall or as cramped as the living quarters that surround it. It's more like a campus, with multiple buildings placed around the property in the center. You see security towers on each corner of the campus. Aurora Industries security guards watch as you fly by. You spot a small spaceport on the edge of the city, and you pull the ship in there. As you dock your ship, as you dock your ship and exit, a security guard approaches you. He looks fairly uninterested in what's going on, like he's just doing his job. He says, just need your identification, please, and it'll be 10 credits to use the port to start.
Oh snap! That's a little expensive, sir.
Yeah.
It's not so much that it's expensive as it is that you guys just don't have that much money.
Oh, I
No,
don't know.
I said what I said, sir. It's a little expensive. Let me think about this. What's your name, sir? First off,
Jared.
Jared.
Lovely
Nice
name.
to meet you, Jared. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'd love to meet your mother, the person that named you Jared. Excuse me, sir. How about can we get an old man discount? Senior citizen? That's us.
It's 10 credits. You don't have 10 credits?
You know, that's why I'm saying an old man discount. I only get so much money from the government every month. It's a fixed income kind of policy.
Fixed in.
Please, Jared.
Yeah. He kind of. Now, Jared's a human, so he kind of looks over you because you're a halfling. You're kind of short. He looks past you, and he looks at the state of your ship. And he's like, yeah, sure, 5 credits, and I'll need your IDs, please.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you're very
sure,
kind,
five
Jared.
credits.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
kind.
That
Very,
shit
very
was
kind.
his shit was my nan's.
Because
I'm gonna hand him 5.
I can tell. He goes, yeah, no problem. Just don't say anything about it, okay?
You got it, Jared. Jared. Yeah, it's such a good name.
Well, I'll tell you,
name.
I'll spread the good word about you. I'll tell everyone that Jared was a good man, and
he's a great man.
he has respect. He has respect and
that's really
valor.
not
He has the
necessary.
most
Courage.
respect. Yes.
Thank you for visiting the city of Ward. He'll turn around and walk off. So the spaceport kind of looks like a small airport. There's a handful of security personnel working and civilians coming and going. Everyone's kind of wrapped up in their own thing, you know? There's a couple little mom and pop storefronts to your left and to your right. There's a restaurant selling local cuisine. There's a little magical trinket shop. There's a potion shop. You see a couple of kiosks scattered in the middle. And you see a large garage door with scrapes and blaster holes all over it. You see a filthy wooden sign that hangs crookedly over the front that reads, Lucky's Fix 'em Up.
All right, I guess this is where we're supposed to be, Flip.
Hopefully lives up to the name.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and walk towards Mr. Lucky's Fix 'em Up.
All right. There's a smaller door off to the side, like for people to go in and out, that leads into probably a small little office. You knock on the door, and you hear on the other side, "Be right there." You hear some fumbling around, and then the door opens shortly afterwards, and you see a halfling dressed in brown overalls, work boots, and a dirty green shirt that's smudged and stained with oil. He wears a tool pouch hooked through a hole that it looks like he cut into the overalls himself. He looks at you, his eyes meet yours, Brenden, and they instantly light up. You recognize him. The same way you recognize all Dionhearts.
Oh, no.
You all kind of share a resemblance. He says, "Cousin, good to see ya."
Oh, what's up?
And he gives you a forceful handshake, and then he looks over at Flip and he goes, "Good to meet ya. I'm Lucky.
Another one.
Lucky Dionheart."
How many there are you?
Yeah, we're everywhere. I don't know. We're just, we multiply like rabbit.
Flip Odonell, pleasure to meet you. Oh man, it's been a minute, eh? How are you, mate?
Flip, I'm good, Business is all right. Brenden, what brings you to Dalmar?
Nothing by choice, Lucky. We crashed. Let's just say we got into a little firefight, but we came out on top somewhat. We're alive. We're alive.
I'd like to see the other guy.
No, No, I'm not gonna lie to you, Lucky. Not a Dionheart. We got shot out the sky. We barely got away with our lives.
Shut up.
But that being said, again, glass half full. We made it here. The ship is somewhat running. If you could please help me find some parts so that I could fix my daddy's invention and everything else that goes along with it, that would go a long way.
Of course. He'll walk over. You lead it back over to your ship. Like all the spaceport is all in kind of the same sort of area. He kind of looks around. You see another halfling walk out after him. He's a little bit younger. Looks like an intern or like somebody that just works for him. And he goes, that's Sim. He's a good worker.
Sim.
Sim.
Nice to meet you, Sim.
He spends a little while kind of analyzing your ship, going through it. He says, it looks like your shield generator needs repair. Your hull, your engine. Looks like they have it. Still the prototype, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while till we can get the real one. But at the same time, I'm learning. And one day I'll get it right. But for now,
well, I have no doubt about that. And did you see your life support systems?
No, what's wrong with the life support? What's wrong with the life support systems?
Well, you got it here right next to your engine. It's looks like it's a little damaged as well.
Okay. This just sounds like it's gonna be a lot. What we looking at, Lucky?
About 1,400.
$1,400.
Total, yeah.
Lucky,
He's related to
I
you.
swear, like, come on, Lucky. I need a family. Can we work a deal out? I mean,
Oh, now I knew you were gonna do this.
yes, you
Look,
did,
okay,
because
he's
you knew
definitely related to
absorbent
you.
prices of 14. Come on,
Listen,
Lucky.
listen. I have a business to run here.
You got
okay?
a business to run, but you got family and Dionheart blood running through your veins.
I can.
What can you do for me, Lucky?
How much do you have?
I got 55 credits on me right now that are all yours.
He looks at you, Flip.
I am also in possession of 55 whole credits.
That's 110 credits right there.
That's 110
Gosh.
credits.
Everything
Okay.
I got on me.
Okay. He puts his head on the spot in between the bridge of his nose, and he kind of thinks for a minute. He goes, "Do you gamble?"
Well, how does one define gambling?
What do I got to lose? I got 55 credits. I can
You got
lose
55
credits.
It's something.
He says, "Listen, I can shave a little off the top for you,
All right.
but you're gonna have to come up with the money some kind of way." He says, "I know a place.
You know a place.
I know a place. You can turn that 55. You turn that 55 credit to the 5,500.
Okay.
If you're good with a pair of dice.
A pair of knives?
A pair of dice.
A pair of dice. Well, as long as it involves tools or trinkets or anything like that, with a little bit of Stardust and some Dionheart blood, we can make some money now, can't we?
And I have an excellent personality.
I like you boys. All right, Sim, watch the shop for a minute. We're gonna head down to the transfusion. Sim kind of nods. He walks back inside. You leave the spaceport with Lucky, and you find yourselves in the city of Mord. It feels even more cramped and claustrophobic here on the ground. There's dirt roads with slabs of metal laid out to signify the roadways, but only the smallest bikes and transports could fit down these paths. Most everyone's walking. You do notice that there's a lot of homeless people around here. Their families huddled in groups. A couple of dust buddies strung out on Stardust, just staring at a daze, watching electricity dance through their fingers. Even though you came here during the day, it's strangely dark here, partly because of the pollution, but also because you notice pipes and thick clusters of wires running in between the high-rises. That, plus the size of the buildings, blocks out most of the natural light. The only real sources of light from here are the dim fluorescent bulbs that hang from some of the wires above.
You live here on purpose, Lucky?
Hey, it's a living.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a charm to it after a while. You just got to know where to look, I think you'll like the place we're headed.
Whatever you say.
Brenden, Flip, as you follow Lucky through the city, you don't notice the girl kind of sitting in an alleyway, kind of keeping quiet, keeping away from everyone. Constant, you peek your head out of the alleyway, totally casually. You look up at the third floor of one of the high rises, a little shifty-eyed and nervous. You breathe a sigh of relief as the light comes on, and Miss Mapo is home from the bodega. You reflexively kind of pat your coat pocket, and you can feel the note carefully folded that you plan to leave her. You scamper across the street, head up to the third floor, and as you quietly place the letter under her door, it opens.
Hi. I didn't expect. Yeah, I was just gonna leave this note for you.
You see an old kobold woman, late 90s, early 100s. She's wearing dingy white house slippers that are a little too small for her clawed feet. They kind of poke out the front of them. She's got on hot pink leggings and a white t-shirt, covered by a pink and white plaid shawl draped over her shoulders. She wears glasses that hang from her neck by a thin golden chain, and when she puts them on, the thick Coke bottle lenses magnify her yellow-orange eyes. She greets you with a warm, toothy grin, and you can see her signature gold tooth on the back left side of her jaw. She says,
Oh, Constant, well, if it isn't my favorite customer,
Come here, darling. Give me love. She shuffles towards you and gives you a big, bony hug.
Hi, Miss Maple.
What brings you boys so late, honey? Long day at work? You haven't been by the bodega in forever.
Yeah, I mean, work's been going great, but that's beside the point. Like I said, I was just gonna leave you a note. I didn't want to really disturb you or anything. I can leave.
Oh,
now
no
if you-
disturbance at all, honey. Come in. I'm just watching my stories, sipping a little vodka, you know.
Oh, Miss Maple, you should probably stop that. No, I really shouldn't come in.
She kind of grabs you by the arm and leads you inside. She goes, come, talk to me, honey. Talk to me, please. How are things going? How's your mother?
She's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Totally fine. Nothing's bad at all.
She kind of gives you a look as you say that. She's like, honey, I love what you've done with your hair, darling. It looks lovely on you. It really brings out your eyes.
Thanks. Do I look like different or?
Oh, so pretty. Your hair was all... Well, it was a bit unruly, if I'm being honest with you. Of course, I could say that now since you done changed it, love.
Oh, yeah, that makes me feel great.
Come in. Have a seat. Let it load off. Do you want me to pour you a glass?
I really just want me to sit in here and touch everything. No glasses necessary. Just want to leave this here note, and I was just gonna be on my way.
You seem nervous, honey. Please talk to me. I can't help if I don't know what's the matter. How's work going?
I mean, yeah, like I said, it's going great. I've just been really busy. A lot of breakthroughs, a lot of stuff to handle going on.
Breakthroughs.
But,
That's really nice. You know, you're so smart, honey. When they pulled you out of the mines and put you in the what is it? The laboratory, right? The laboratory. Science is constant. It's so good to see you.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
She kind of...
Everything's good.
Her big yellow-orange eyes that are magnified behind the glasses, they kind of squint in. They say, listen, honey, I've known you for a long time. You're like the daughter I never had, please. I could tell something's wrong with you.
Sweet, Bill.
Are you in trouble?
She's gonna take a deep breath and try to steady herself, and then she'll smile at Miss Mako.
You know what? It's just been a really long day or week. Like I said, a lot of stuff's been going on, and sometimes you have to travel for your work, and they're sending me on bit of a what do they call them? Like a research.
Oh, you're going on an excursion.
Yeah, that. So I'll be going away for work for a little bit, and you probably won't hear from me. They'll probably send me to some, backwoods planet with really terrible reception. But it's gonna be great.
Oh, well,
and I didn't want you to worry. So I wrote down some stuff in this letter.
Just kind of make sure she has it in her hand.
She takes the letter and kind of stuffs it in her bra. She goes, "Yes, honey. I'll read it. I'll read it in a second. But you look so nervous. You're all twitchy."
I've never really been off planet. And
well, you're right. You do gotta be careful. There's a lot of weirdos out there,
Yeah.
Well, if you're going here,
you say a lot of weirdos. Like an abnormal amount of weirdos. Like, what is the mean of weirdos I'm looking for here?
Yes, honey, there are a lot of mean weirdos out there. That's why you gotta protect yourself, dear.
Okay. I definitely planned enough for this.
She goes, I've got something for you. Hold on 1 second. And she'll kind of like shuffle into the kitchen a little. You hear her shuffling around, and she'll come back out. And she comes back out, and she gives you 500 credits.
This is way too much. Mrs. Mayfellow can't possibly take this.
Oh, no, honey. It's totally fine. The guy running the bingo hall, he's sweet on me, so he fudges the numbers sometimes. It's more than enough.
Mrs. Mayfellow. You know what? I should probably pretend I didn't hear that. And, speaking of pretending that you didn't hear things, probably best if, you didn't see me tonight. I mean, you know how Aurora is. They're very secretive about the things we do, so I probably shouldn't have even told you I'm going on this excursion.
You can see Miss Mapo, like, constantly making insight checks for you. She suddenly, she takes her glasses off and kind of rubs them, and she gets down real close to you, and she says, listen, Constant. If you're in trouble,
Yeah.
you don't have to tell me the details. But if you're in trouble, and she kind of looks around, she goes, blink twice.
Constant looks scared out of her mind, and she'll very slowly blink twice.
She nods. She says, I always know. Miss Maple always knows. She says, listen, honey. Take these credits here and go to the transfusion. Find somebody with a ship. It ain't much, but it'll get you somewhere safe. It'll at least get you off planet.
Okay, but how do I know who to trust? You said there are tons of weirdos out there.
Find my friend Lucky. He's really sweet. He's a mechanic. Ships come through him all the time. Tell him Mapo sent you. He'll hook you up with somebody. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Transfusion. Lucky. Maple sent me. What planet is he on? This one?
Well, this one,
Or-
darling, yeah.
Oh, okay. But I was gonna have to
She pulls
take
out-
an interplanetary bus.
She pulls out one of those little handkerchiefs, and she kind of starts dabbing your forehead a little bit. She's like, honey, listen. Everything's going to
It's
be...
not gonna help. The sweat is constant. Get it?
Constant, of course. She says, listen, be safe. You'll be okay, all right? Do you want to stay here with me?
No, I should really get going. Tonight.
She kind of looks back at me. She says, do your parents know where you're going?
Not exactly. No. Nobody knows. I don't even know.
She goes, well, your secret's safe with me, honey. She'll give you another big old hug. She says,
Oh, gonna miss
now,
that.
Constant, you better be safe out there. Right when you can, and make sure you're eating enough. You're skin and bones.
Yeah, don't remember that.
And she'll, like, really quick give her another big but much softer hug.
I am gonna miss you. But, you know, like you said, it'll be fine. It probably won't even be gone that long. I just need a little time.
Well, let me know you're okay. If I don't hear from you every now and again, I'm gonna be so worried. And you know what it does? It gives me more wrinkles. And I'm using the face moisturizer, and the wrinkles they'll just keep coming back. My doctor says it's from stress.
Can't have that. And you should probably stop drinking so much.
Oh, it takes the edge
But just
off.
a little
it takes
less.
the edge off, honey.
Just a little less. Like maybe
And she'll just, like, take one of the bottles.
maybe like this much less.
She says, I'll stop drinking as soon as I hear back from you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Transfusion, Lucky. Find a ship,
Transfusion.
get off the planet.
Lucky. Find a ship. Get off the planet. Okay.
Okay.
I got this.
Safe travels, honey. I'll see you later.
Yeah, the leader.
You share one more.
She's trying so hard to be braver than she looks right now.
You hear the chatter of a crowd outside, and Mapo looks at the clock on the wall. She sees that it's 5 o'clock. You would know that that's the shift change for the people at the refinery. You know that the crowd will probably make good cover for you. You share another hug with Miss Mapo, say your goodbyes, and you head off to the transfusion. Lyrax. You get to work at the bar, and it's typically pretty dead around here. You hear the chime go off for the shift change, so you know that your shift's about to start. You walk inside, and for now you only see like 2 or 3 people day drinking. It's a little sparse right now. As soon as you walk in, you see Mimi, the cute half-elf bartender, come strolling up to you. She goes, "Ooh, you're in trouble?" Well, I don't know why, but Dreek said come to the back as soon as you get here. He told me to tell you, so I'm telling you. She's wearing a uniform similar to yours, the vest, but she's got hers tied up so that her tits are nice and up high for all of the people coming in and stuff. Her hair is done up into 2 little ponytails. She's got pink hair, and her makeup is done immaculately.
Lyrax flicks one of his ears in annoyance. The one that has his lovely little golden piercings. Very well. He kind of narrows his eyes as he makes his way towards the back.
As you walk to the back of the bar, you see Onyx, the large black dragonborn who serves as the bar's bouncer. He gives you one of those sup nods. He's a man of few words.
Lyrax gives him a similar jerk of the head. Good to see you again, Onyx. Hope things have been well.
You head to the back of the transfusion, the door to the office is open. Dreek, a tall, handsome astrolelf, sits at the shabby desk. There's a bunch of papers, crates with beer, wine, vodka, other alcohols. He says, "Hey, Lyrax, come on in. Close the door behind you."
Of course, sir. Is there trouble? He'll take the handle of the door and pull it in behind him.
Just have a seat. He'll take a
that bad
big sigh. He says, "Listen, I know you're worried about your homeworld, but I got a bar to run here. I see you sneaking off to the back, sending your messages, ignoring the customers.
Of course I'm not ignoring.
You can't keep doing that, man.
I only leave when I have an opening. I'm responsible with it."
Yeah, well, you know, I put you on the rush shift just like you asked. You said you could use the extra credits, and it just feels like you're of 2 minds, you know? I mean, look at Mimi. She's out there doing her thing.
With all
making tons of tips.
She has a pair of assets that I do not have access to.
He looks past. He makes sure the door's closed. He's like, "Hell yeah, she does." But she also shows initiative, and I need you to start showing that same initiative, Lyrax. You're a handsome kid, you know.
He like audibly groans and like pinches his forehead. Okay.
Says, "Listen, I feel for you, kid. I do. But we got a business to run here, okay? Like,
I understand, and I'm very grateful.
I need you to be a little more attentive to the patrons, all right? Can you do that for me?"
Of course, sir.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
I'll be sure to work twice as hard this evening for you.
3 times.
3 times? That's a hard bargain. How about 2.5? He says it jokingly, not trying to push it.
Hey, they're your tips, buddy.
You're not wrong. Well, if that's all, then I better get back to it, I suppose.
You head back out, and begin your shift and everything, and people start coming into the bar. It's not long before the bar is decently full. It's not too crazy, but the drinks are flowing, you know. You have your regulars. Tips are coming in slowly but surely. As you're working, you may or may not notice 3 short men enter into the bar. Flip and Brenden, you come in with Lucky. The transfusion is the very definition
Holy
of a hole
crap,
in the wall.
Flip.
A nondescript.
Do you see that bartender over there?
It's a
She's hot.
That's
The one with the
Oh
boobs.
no, we're looking at two different.
Hang on, let me do my descriptions real quick. It's a nondescript sheet metal building with a single door and a single fluorescent light hanging overhead. As the already cramped streets fill with workers from the shift change, they all come here looking for a little R&R, a decent drink, and the daily gossip. As you walk inside, Brenden, you immediately notice the big titty chick at the bar. You also see the hulking dragonborn standing to the right of the door with his arms crossed, silently scanning the room for any disruptions. Cables run across the ceiling here as well, powering neon signs that bathe the whole place in a multicolored glow. The walls are covered with all sorts of memorabilia, street signs, old movie posters, and random abstract artwork. The bar covers the length of the entire right wall. The stools are mostly full, everyone ogling and flirting with the half-elf serving drinks. She's giggling and you know, like sitting drinks back and forth, making tons of credit. She's got pink hair and pigtails. Like I said earlier, her vest is kind of tied at her chest. There's a set of speakers against the back wall to the right, playing a bass-heavy tune that you can kind of nod your head to. A handful of people are dancing over there. There's a small window door that leads to the back of the bar, again on the far wall. There are booths that line the left wall for patrons to sit in and have more intimate conversations. And there are 2 top and 4 top tables scattered around the center. Lucky kind of leads you to one of the tables, and he goes, that one over there, she's
Right?
fantastic.
I bet.
Says, there's another guy here who usually gives the drinks, you know, when he's around. Lyrax, you see these as you're out bartending doing your rounds, you see 3 short men come in and sit down at one of the tables, and you see Lucky kind of raise his hand and gesture you over.
He will make his way over, immaculately dressed as he is in his bartender's outfit.
Flip and Brenden, you see this handsome Tabaxi-Leonin hybrid, with his mane freshly brushed, walk over to you guys, and Lucky says, "So, what's your poison, boys?"
Are you buying Lucky?
Yeah.
Because like,
Well, you sure as hell ain't.
Also with the water.
come on, we'll both
55.
have your finest ale.
Water.
We're both gonna have your ale.
Okay,
It's-
the water.
Look, listen, Flip, my boy, it's my treat, really.
Fine. Whiskey on the rocks, if you please. How's your choice? I'm not picky. I'm looking for alcohol.
Of course. Would you like our old fashioned?
Yeah, I'd be
He gives you a little bit of a wink.
that'd be perfect. Cheers, mate.
Excellent. I'll be sure to add an extra cherry.
Make that 2.
Yeah.
As you wish, sir.
And if you can give me the name of that other your co-worker, that would also be nice too.
He's looking for a nurse.
Yeah, a nurse.
Yeah. Lyrax, you get the sense that these guys aren't very good tippers either.
Would you like to
Maybe
insight?
just constantly takes your tips and your customers.
He steps back and retreats back to behind the bar where he's begins making the drinks.
It's good to see family. Honestly, I've been a little worried since, did you hear about Joey?
About who?
Joey.
What happened to Joy?
He, well, he's dead, Brenden.
How?
Well, yeah.
Okay, hold up a second. Usually I get a letter whenever somebody dies. You know, I didn't get... When did he die?
Oh, last month. The fourth Dionheart in as many months, actually. He'll look back and forth to you and Flip. You didn't hear about this?
I've heard nothing of this. Sorry for your losses, though. That's terrible. How many? You said 5 this month.
Four
this one,
in
fourth
the
one.
past 4 months.
Fourth
Wait a
in 4
second now.
months.
Who? Okay, so Joy. Who else?
Joy, Daisy, Daisy's husband, and Mark.
Hold up now. How?
Takes another sigh. Says, "A drink can't get here quick enough." The way I hear it, they were gunned down. I figured you would know. You're the bounty hunters.
Well, yeah, I figured you thought.
Yeah.
Brendan, you only revive feuds with the rival families.
What Flip? I don't know. We got a big family, man. I got feuds with people all over the Hailey system.
Right. But
So do you, technically speaking. Hey, Flip, you know what I mean? We did a lot of crazy
friendly
things.
rivalries at best.
Let's
at worst.
hey, bartender, where's our drinks?
Hey, calm down.
As you ask, 3 well-dressed drinks are presented in front of you. 2 old fashions with double cherries, and 1 frothy, slightly light blue milkshake.
Is this ale?
Well, it's the house special, sir. That's what you asked for.
You know, a drink's a drink, especially when I'm not paying for it.
Flip will slide 2 gold pieces to Lyrax. Hey, cheers, man. Thank you.
And
Much appreciated.
Brendan will try and snatch one of those away before he can grab it.
Easy, man.
Lyrax. So Lyrax's head comes down first and swipes the money away, and then right after Brendan's head comes down, then you kind of.
It's like, ooh, this thing is so good.
I appreciate it, sir.
Lucky you'll say, listen, your money's no good here, fellas. If he'll look at you, Lyrax, say, start us a tab, will ya?
Yes, start us a tab so you can give us our money back because he thought we were paying right now. So if we can have that back.
Tip. He served us drinks. They are pleasant. I'm enjoying myself. You know, we'll swindle our way past security guards, but, you know, hey,
shut
hardworking
up, Flip.
fella,
Just shut up.
keep the gold
Yeah, I
piece.
hate you. I hate you. I hate you, Flip. I hate you.
I don't
We are
hear enough
poor.
of it.
We are
Anyway.
poor old men. You know
Quite
what?
a
Fine.
pleasant
Listen,
group
keep
you
it.
two are.
He's a sweetie, really.
Keep it.
He's
Just
wonderful.
keep it. Just keep the gold. You got it. You won.
Lucky goes.
You won.
Thank you, son. Just keep the drinks coming, will ya?
As
If you see us getting low, refill.
Absolutely. I'll keep a close eye.
You know the old saying, don't you, Brenden? Never make an
Yeah,
enemy
Flip.
with a
I
man
don't
selling the
care.
drinks.
Yeah, Flip. Shut up. You make an enemy after you tip, and then don't tip later. That's how you make an. If you never create a vacuum, then you never have a problem.
You'll have a problem if you don't have a problem.
I'm glad he's not the one paying.
Flip. We only
He
got
steps
50.
away.
Hey, get out of here.
Interesting philosophy there. Brendan chimes in. Pause. Lucky chimes in. He goes, speaking of you two being poor, like I said, you hear a roaring cheer from one of the tables. A man slams his fist down, and you guys turn and look, and you see him exchanging credits with another guy. Lucky kind of raises an eyebrow. He goes, well, there's your chance to make some extra money.
Make some money. I like it.
Hey,
What game they playing?
Looks like Liar's Dice.
Liar's Dice.
Wait, that's the one with the cup, right? Cup and dice.
The cup.
Cup and a dice.
Oh Lordy.
You know how to play it?
I
I mean, of course I do. I figured you would.
Fudge. All right, yeah. Well, you know what? I got Brendan Dionheart luck. You can't beat this. Let's go.
He goes, well, how? Lucky says, how about you let Flip take care of this one? I wanna talk to you for a minute. Brendan, catch up a bit. That's all right.
You two have fun. I'll throw my hat in that. I mean, Flip goes over.
Spend all of our money, Flip.
Quick. Yeah.
So, Flip, you pull up a chair to the table, and they welcome you pretty warmly. Liar's Dice, you ever play?
Oh, I bet.
So,
I'm old though. I feel like the rules have changed. Which rules are you playing though?
Does drama have its own
So
set?
Liar's Dice is a bit like 21.
Okay. So this is blackjack but with
basically.
dice.
Blackjack, but with dice.
Okay.
Right.
Everyone rolls.
I'm
yeah,
game.
Yeah, but everybody rolls secretly, which is why it's called Liar's Die. You can fold, you can call, or you can raise at any point. It says so the buy-in's 5 credits. So yeah, the initial buy-in is 5 credits. You in, old timer?
Oh, 5 credits. I think I got that on me in my little billfold.
Yeah.
Let's play.
There are 4 guys playing. So you win this, you get an extra. You get an extra. Around this time, while Flip is gambling and Lucky's chatting to Brenden, Constant walks into the bar. Immediately, you're kind of startled by the large dragon board kind of standing by the door. He doesn't really. He kind of looks down at you and continues. You register as a 0 threat level on his radar. You go and you take a little. You go and you take a seat at one of the tables back in the back, kind of away from everyone. You just kind of scan the crowd. What's going through Constance's head right now?
I think the only thing going through her mind is Lucky, transfusion, Lucky, transfusion, Lucky, chip, off, transfusion, Lucky, chip. She's just looking around, trying to find anyone who might match this description.
Yeah, you feel quite out of place here as the music's kind of thumping, vibrating the seat that you're sitting in. Do you sit at one of the tables or do you sit at one of the booths?
She finds a booth. She likes to feel hidden. She likes to have the walls around her.
Have walls. Yeah, I figured. So you slide into one of the unoccupied booths and you just kind of sit there. You see a couple of people gambling. One of them is a very, very old halfling. No, very old. What are you?
My Hildorf, yeah.
Flip? Dwarf. Yeah. One of them is a very old hill dwarf. See people drinking. The bar's kind of starting to fill up. You just kind of sit all quiet, kind of taking a look around here, and that's when you realize Maple didn't tell you what Lucky looks like or anything. So you're not really quite sure where to go or what to do here.
What does a Lucky look like?
She's just in her like, what does a Lucky
Look like? Okay, statistically, Luckies tend to have.
It's just like trying to build like a scientific profile of what a Lucky potentially looks like.
Of what a Lucky could potentially look like.
Probably very easygoing. That means they probably don't take care of themselves. Maybe a little scrappy looking. Could be good.
Very analytical way to figure this out here. You spend a little bit of time scanning the crowd, and someone comes in and sits across from you in your booth.
Oh. Hi.
He goes,
sorry,
he says, "Cold mine. I knew I'd find you here. You changed your look. Smart. Predictable, but smart."
I don't.
You see,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You see, William Rash sits across from you. One of your co-workers from the lab. And you're kind of rival. Brilliant. He's a brilliant red-headed human. He's wearing kind of nondescript clothes, more like a jacket, but you still see that he has his Aurora Industries uniform on underneath. Now, he doesn't work at the refinery. He actually works at the lab, which is a ways away. So you're surprised to see him here. And he kind of gives you he kind of leans his head on his fist, and he gives you a little smirk, like he seems very very pleased with himself that he's found you.
She's gonna stiffen up considerably. But she's gonna look out toward the floor. Like she's trying to ignore him even though he's sitting right there.
Like I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just
having a... She like looks around. She doesn't have anything with her, like a drink or anything. Just
Yeah.
you know, trying to
Real
replace.
smooth, Cold Mai. Don't worry. I come in peace. Believe it or not, I'm actually here to help you. Nobody from the lab knows that I'm here.
Well, if I did know you or who you were, I'd say you don't look like a very trustworthy person.
And I'd say you look like somebody who's on the run. Can we drop the act?
Drop words first.
All right, fine. Whatever research you stole from the lab, you could just give it to me.
Why would I give you anything?
Look, any research or development conducted inside of the Aurora Industries laboratories is the sole proprietary property of the company. Everything we do belongs to them, including your research.
Well, what I do and where is my business until I decide that it's time to bring it to their attention.
Oh, well, you brought it to their attention,
I
all
brought
right.
something to their attention. Look, it's not ready. Okay, it's not done. I need some time to... Look, it's a lot more complicated than you think it is, than they think it is.
He looks very upset when you say it's more complicated than you think it is. He goes, I know how the research... Kind of looks around. I know how the research works, okay?
You know how much you need to know works.
I've been working on Stardust way longer than you have.
And yet here you are, asking me for what I'm working on.
I'm trying to do us both a favor, Cold Mind. Just give me the research. We'll say you had a mishap with a hypnotic pattern, or accidentally cast confusion on yourself. But with my help, you've come to your senses.
Of course, with your help, I'd come to my senses.
You know they've been looking for you in the lab, right? Asking questions. If I found you, it's only a matter of time before they do. If you come back with me, you can avoid all of that.
She looks like she's thinking very hard.
He says, look, just give me the research. You don't even have to come back to the lab. You can go back to the mines. You love the mines, right? Dark, dirty, dangerous. It's where you belong.
She's gonna squint her eyes at him.
You know, maybe you're right. Maybe... I mean, Aurora's been nothing but good to us, right?
He can't help but smile really satisfactorily. Satisfactorily, is that a word? He smiles with satisfaction.
And I'm sure they know best. I was probably just freaking out, you know. It's
Exactly.
my first big breakthrough, and... You know, maybe we could help each other. But I don't have the research on me.
Where is it?
I have kind of an... like a workstation, you know. That's not technically in the labs, for my more involved research.
Okay. Well, let's go there now.
Oh, well, you see, I did actually have business here. I'm here to meet someone, so I can't exactly just skip out. But, you know, I can meet you later with it.
You can meet me. Listen, I don't think you understand. He kind of puts his hands together and he puts his elbows on the table and he leans up really close to you. He says, I don't think you understand the gravity of this discovery, Cold Mind. Tell me where the research is. You don't even have to come back. You could just disappear. You have years and years and years ahead of you to decide what to do next with your life.
Alright. How's this?
And she'll take out a notebook. And she'll write down some coordinates.
Here. Everything you need should be there. And, you know, if you need some help going through all the calculations, all the big numbers, like I said, I can meet up with you later.
He looks at the paper. Then he looks back up at you. Then he looks back at the paper. He says, and this is where everything is. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a couple of notebooks back at the lab that I'll probably need to get some notes out of to make a more cohesive
view of everything, but what they're looking for should be there.
He leans back, very pleased with himself. He says, "See, now is that so hard? Cooperation. You know, that's what lab culture is all about, you know? We build off of each other's successes."
Yeah, we do. Can't wait to see what you build.
At this point, Lyrax, you see Constant and William, this little these two guys sitting at your at one of the booths, and you stroll over because it's your job.
Can I get either of you something to drink while you're chatting?
William,
Well, I assume my friend was just leaving.
William gets very stiff. He goes, "Actually, I was just leaving. It was good catching up with you, Cold Mind." And he'll slide out of the booth and stiffly walk away.
You too.
Why was he walking out like he crapped his pants?
Oh, he's always like that.
Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry you had to come to the transfusion under such bad company. Can I get you something to take the edge off? Maybe red wine?
No, some water would be fine, but
Fuck.
I was wondering, you work here, right? You know a lot of people?
I do work here, and I know a moderate amount of people.
Better odds than, I guess, anyone else. Would you happen to know anybody named Lucky?
He's here, and he's over there having a conversation. He's one of the shorter men at the
I'll
table
just
over there.
take my water over there then.
Sure, I'll have to bring it to you in a moment.
Thanks.
She'll like scuttle away,
What a strange crowd.
looking back a couple times because this is a very pretty person she's just met.
All right, Brenden, you're having this conversation with Lucky here about these deaths in the family. He says, "Boy, Brenden, I can't believe you didn't know about what's been going on here. I hope you're staying safe out
Yeah,
there."
well, my work isn't very safe, Lucky. But I'm doing my best. You know, me and Flip can...
Well, you say that, but you said you got shot out of the sky, didn't you?
Yeah, and it happens often, Lucky. It's not a lot of stuff I want to talk about with dead family members. And how about you? I mean, I got a partner. I got guns. How about you being safe? Have you heard any other information about these murders?
I haven't. They're across the system. Not anywhere near me. I keep my head down. I'm just a mechanic.
Oh, okay, Lucky. Okay. Well, just in case.
I mean,
do you
think it could be a coincidence? I mean, there are a lot of us.
Yes, but 4 of us in 4 months?
Right. Just trying to be positive, you know?
Yeah, there's difference between being positive and blind, Lucky. Here. Do you have anything to defend yourself?
Oh, of course. I mean,
like really
not
defend
only
yourself, Lucky.
I've got my piece. I'm back at the shop.
All right. Just you need to start carrying it on, okay? Promise me, Lucky.
All right.
And you,
where's
what?
Where's the bartender at? My drink's getting low. I told him to keep the drinks coming.
No, before you,
I know.
and he'll literally like hold up his hand before you get your another drink. Just promise me if you hear anything, if anything goes wrong, just call me, okay? Okay, Lucky. And don't try and be a hero. Of course. Leave if you have to.
Oh, no worries there, cousin.
Right. Now we can get back to drinking.
Lyrax, you come and you refill the drinks. At that same moment, Constant, you walk up to the table.
Yes, I bring 2 drink refills and then I place a water there next to it.
Oh, hi. That's for me.
She'll just like a little handle just goes through and take the water.
And who are you?
Hi. Name's Constant.
And she'll like extend a hand for a handshake, as you do in bars.
He extends his hand. Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Constant. Constant.
Yeah, you got it. Thanks. Nice to meet you too, Mr. Lucky.
Lucky, I think she's looking for you.
Oh.
I don't think we look that much alike, Missy. I'm Lucky Dionheart. He'll extend his hand.
She'll shake his hand vigorously.
Oh, can I talk to you really quick?
I believe we're talking now, Missy.
Right. Can I talk to you in private really quick? Please, sir?
He kind of raises an eyebrow and he looks back over to you, Brenden, based on what y'all were just talking about.
Brenden pulls out his piece and hands it over. hands it over to Lucky. I told you, everywhere you go, okay?
I don't think that's necessary.
He says, I believe we could talk right here. No one seems to be paying too much attention.
She'll just like take a look around.
Okay, okay, so she'll lean forward anyway. I've never exactly done this before, but I heard from a friend that you could point me in the direction of a ship that would maybe get me off planet.
It's not really a secret thing, yeah. Missy. All you gotta do is ask for a ship.
Oh,
it's fine. I assume people leave here all the time. It's not the best place. It's kind of dank, ain't it?
Hey, it's got charm. I told you this. It grows on you like moss.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great, Lucky. Okay, listen, Missy, just go get a ship.
Well, I don't have enough money, I don't think, to just get a ship. I don't know how to fly one either. I just need a ride.
How much money do you have?
How much? What if? Like what is it? Like a ticket? What do I?
I don't know. Just a conservative cost for a really good ship. I would think 14,000 credits, personally.
1,400. 1,400 is how much
they said 1,400 credits, personally. I think that's... How does that sound, right, Lucky? And he raises his eyebrows at Lucky.
Lucky shrugs and he looks back over at Flip. You won some, you lost some, but you ended up with 30 more credits. Not nearly enough to fix your ship.
From the initial buyout, or like from 55 to 30?
From 55 to 30.
Copy that. Right. So I come back to him like, pleasure playing with you, gentlemen. Oh, what are they serving up there? Pie? Oh, yeah, they hear that? They're serving pie. You know, I was getting a little tired of that lobster dish they had going. I'm just joking with you lads.
Flip, get over here.
Like they look at each other. They say, I don't think they serve food here.
Right. And he just leaves.
Senile old coot.
Do you have 1,400 credits or not?
No.
So, sorry, Missy. How many credits do you have? He looks over at you, Constant. Well, I gotta be honest with you, Missy. It's gonna be a little difficult to find someone to take you off planet if you don't have any credits.
How many do you have?
I mean, I've got a couple hundred. I don't have anything like that, though. Do you just go around asking people how much money they have?
Do you just go around asking people if you could get a ride for free?
I didn't ask for free.
Can somebody please catch me up here?
I don't. You know about just as much as we do. She wants a ride off planet, and it costs a lot of money to get a ride off planet, right, Flip? Exactly.
But you said people do it all the time and that this place is kind of broke looking. So how many people could possibly do it if it costs that much money?
Well, why don't you try and go find somebody else that'll do it for cheaper, huh?
Maybe I will.
Maybe you will.
They didn't ask me to find you anyway. They asked me to find this guy. And she gestures to Lucky.
Lucky waves.
Like, if you don't know anybody, then just, can you maybe point me towards someone who does? I need to get off planet, like, soon. Like, tonight, soon.
Oh, what's the rush?
Oh.
You in any trouble?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm in a rush, okay? I'm in a hurry. Is that weird for people to be in a hurry?
Oh, yeah. Well, if I knew what you were trying to get off planet for, I could probably help you find someone that could help. You know, if it's, I gotta visit a relative, this kind of thing. Oh, transporting deadly space bomb.
You'd help someone transporting a deadly space bomb?
I didn't go on record saying that, no.
What my friend means to say here is, look, if you had around 400 or 500 credits, you could get your engines fixed for that. That'll get you off planet.
All right, 400 or 500 will do it. You got that much?
But your ship is broken?
Yes.
But if I had 500, you could get it fixed and you could help me out tonight.
Yeah, where do you want to go, huh?
Space is quite large.
I don't know about tonight, but I mean, like, we can get it as quick as possible.
Okay, deal. I'm not exactly...
Where do you want to go?
Where are you going?
I don't know. We just kind of beep bop around, you know.
Perfect. Just away from here. Soon.
All right.
As you guys negotiate the details of potentially taking Constant on your ship, Lyrax, Dreek calls from, he opens the door to the back. He calls you over. He says, Lyrax, come here for a second, man.
Oh boy.
He says, hey.
Yes, sir.
Dreek says, hey, Lyrax, so Mimi was supposed to get us another order of Stardust, and she totally blanked on it.
Fucked it up again. Yes, okay.
Look, this shade what is with this? What's going on between you two?
Oh, sorry. She's bit.
Look, man.
Sorry.
Look, just he'll give you like 200 credits. He'll say, look, just there's an Aurora Stardust vendor. You know where it's at, over by the spaceport. Go over there and pick some up for us. Yeah, we're running out and we need some for the night. Yeah. Look, I'll cover your tables for you. Mimi's fine. Just make it quick, all right? I'm not nearly as handsome as you, and you're gonna be missing tips the longer you're gone.
Great, thank you. With a bit of forced flourish, he'll proceed out of the back room and head towards the front and to the exit.
All right. You walk through the city of Ward, and you come across the Aurora Industries Stardust vendor. It's like the shop that sells like exclusively Aurora brand stuff. You notice that this storefront is significantly nicer than all of the mom and pop ones. There's a shimmering barrier across the front. This is fairly normal if you've been in here before. It's to keep people out who already have Stardust in their systems. As well as metal bars over the front of the shop, like over the front of the door. There's a neon open sign above it that shines brightly, against all the dull, wooden signs or written signs or little flip signs from all of the mom and pop stores. This place seems very
so
nice.
It's lit up like a dispensary.
Yeah, almost out of place. You push the little red button, and you hear the lock on the bars come loose, allowing you to open the door and walk inside. Inside is very nice. It's all white and bright on the inside with it makes you kind of want to squint your eyes a little bit. With and you see it's a very small store. There's a front counter. with two kind of heavy-set guys sitting behind it, kind of chatting with each other. Their heads snap up as you walk in, and then behind them is where there are all of the little vials. You see a bunch of multicolored, rainbow-colored vials of Stardust sitting behind them in doses. Goes, welcome to Aurora Dispensaries. What can I do for you?
Good evening, gentlemen. I just needed to purchase some Stardust from you, and I'll be on my way.
Okay, how much would you like?
However much this can buy, and he'll put the 200 on the counter.
All right. Oh, big spender, huh? He'll take it.
Just running errands.
He'll take it and he'll start counting ahead. He must have a big night ahead or something.
Every night.
And he goes. One of the guys kind of walks to the back and he goes, hey, he looks a lot like that girl that was on the news the other day. He goes, yeah. Goes, one of the guys kind of asks you, he goes, hey, where you from? You don't mind me asking?
I've been here as long as I can remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You look like, I don't know, they were talking about that planet, Achilles,
You can't help himself. Achilles? That one? I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's the one, Achilles, with the cat people. Sorry,
right.
No offense.
None
to Betsy.
taken.
Yeah. Did you hear? Apparently they stamped out that little rebel group that was back there.
Oh, did they now?
Yeah, caught the princess and everything. It's kind of crazy.
The princess. Interesting.
Yeah, with these lower class planets, I think Achilles was like a class 2 or a class 1 or something. They like to get stuck in their ways, and it causes a whole lot of problems when people just want to be the enemy of progress.
Underneath the counter, Lyrax is got his claws digging into this as he maintains a very cool composure above the counter, but underneath his claws are just ripping into this.
He goes, yeah,
interesting,
but it's a good. Hey, well, you said you weren't from there, so
Barely
anyways,
ever heard of it.
Anyways, here's your Stardust order, and he gives you like a medium-sized crate, with you see if it's open, you see like little vials inside, all like this luminescent dust in individual little vials, a shot of each, each of them representing one dose of Stardust.
He takes a moment to count it and make sure everything's accounted for.
Everything's there.
Excellent.
He says, anything else we can do for you, man?
That'll be it for this evening. Thank you so much.
Alrighty. Hey, have a good one.
And he flicks a splinter out from his paw and picks up the crate and take it with him. A little faster than when he originally made his way this way.
As you're heading back, now you do have, bless you. You do have your informants kind of keeping you abreast of the situation on Achilles, but True and Loka haven't reached out in a while. You could take this opportunity to give them a call if you'd like.
Sure, I can just do it while I'm walking. Okay, I'll definitely try and hit them up. This is a little concerning.
You give them a call, and they do not pick up. But they do send you a message back. A text. It says, bad time. Can't talk now.
He digs his claws into his own palm this time and kind of curses under his breath. He rubs his face. I can't right now. There's nothing I can do about it. I need to get back to work. And then I'll see you after the shift. Oh, God.
As you walk back, you get another message. It says, Sis gone.
He replies immediately. Yeah, you think I heard. What is happening? Like all caps. Many exclamation points, question marks. All of it.
It says, Raid. Didn't make it out. Sorry.
There's so many emotions going through his head on this dark, empty street. He's just thinking, and he's trembling in anger. The first question he can think to get out to them is, why was she there? She was never supposed to be there.
He sends you back the little shrug emoji.
What? He resists the temptation to smash it into the ground. He texts again. Update me when you can. Hard period. You know it's cold anger.
Okay. He says, funeral? Question mark?
Is she dead? He types back.
Yeah. Gone.
He drops the crate. And he slumps against the wall. And phone clatters to the side or whatever it is, and he'll just cry for a while.
I think that is where we're going to end our first episode here, as Lyrax laments at the loss of his sister. He wasn't there to protect her. Will Constant find her way off of this planet? Will the two short men get enough money to get their ship fixed? And what is Lyrax going to do, hearing about the state of Achilles and his sister? Well, you'll have to tune in next time in order to find out, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brenden Hatcher, your illustrious DM, and this has been Stardust and Dragons. We will see you next time.
That was Christian Hatcher as Brenden Dionheart, Dan Wood as Flip Odonell, Max Morin as Lyrax Proudmane, Rayna Mcguire as Constance, and Brenden Hatcher as your DM. Stardust and Dragons is co-produced by Christian and Brenden Hatcher and Caleb Patrick. This episode was edited by me, Christian Hatcher, with additional editing by Eric Robinson. If you like our content, the best way to support us is to find us on Patreon at patreon.com/SpeakeAsyProductions. There you can find our Discord, art, and special deals on how you can get more involved with our community. For more information, make sure to look us up at stardustanddragons.com. And remember, our adventure is in the stars.